Hi, guys, and welcome to Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot Channel. I am Marve. Hello. If you are new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are subscribed to the Marvelous Tribe, and what's good, fam bams? Hello to my YouTube members and my patrons. Guys, as you can hear, my voice is halfway there. So in an effort not to overwork it, I am going to record an intro video for you guys. And then we're going to get to all of the rest of the readings. This is going to be timestamped. You can go ahead if you're not interested in what I have to say because you don't care. You can go ahead and timestamp it and get right to your video. I had to do it like that so I didn't have to riff and do 3 million of these on top of one another. So thank you for all of your prayers, well wishes, text messages, emails. I am not 100%. I feel great, but my voice is not 100%. So I'm going to apologize to you guys in advance if you're having any troubles with hearing me, okay? It has been a whole 10 days since I have recorded. And please note that this is the first time since launching my channel back in 2017 that I have been off my channel, voice and face. So I'm extremely grateful, but it was very scary. It was strange and scary but in that time frame, guys, I want you to know that I was able to reconnect spiritually, rest, and allow my spirit guides to lead me into where I had to go and what I had to do. I got a lot of messages from you guys saying that my throat chakra was this and my throat chakra was that. I appreciate it because when you are putting yourself on a platform, you are subjected to opinions, and that's fine. I just want you to know, though, that if you know anything about Marve, I am a workaholic. So to those sister client friends that knew me, that know me personally, that I have been spiritually advising for 3-4 years, so the entire time that I have been doing this professionally, they all said the exact same thing. You just needed rest. I have been going nonstop since I started. So with Venus being in retro and with other things that happen personally, professionally, and spiritually, I had a rough fourth quarter 2021. Happy New Year, by the way. So with that being said, I was able to reconnect spiritually because I didn't have a choice. I did not have a choice, guys. So my spirit guides led me to what I needed to do. Thank you for your patience and your understanding, and my tribe pulled me through. That's why I put that message out there, pleading with you guys to pray, because mass prayer will do it. You'll be amazed. I am much better. It still goes in and out, but I think that, I'm prayed up. I'm vitamined up. I've gotten rest. I've actually probably lost about 5 pounds. You probably can't tell with the hair, but I feel like I have. And it's just been a lot of rest, rejuvenation, relaxation, so forth and so on. I'm locked and loaded. I've gotten a ton of spiritual downloads, and there's a lot going on this month. As you know, we getting into it. We're going to get right into it. I have meditated on how I'm going to bring the message, but I think that it's only fair, or who's going to go first, because I know that we're competitive on my channel. But for this first run of videos, please put your competitive nature to the side, tribe, and just listen to the messages, because they're not going to be extended. I'm not voting. I'm not going to have you guys do any voting. I am giving you the real and the raw, one video at a time, and we're going to get her done. We have a lot to contend with, and I have a lot to do. The only thing I wanted to do was focus on what these people that love you are not telling you at the top of this year. I am going to be doing a lot of many things, many little reads here and there. A couple of days ago, I told you guys that I've been doing some things on Twitter. Twitter is really going to be my focus, if you didn't know. Instagram is, I'm pretty active over there, but not the way that I want, not the way that I used to be. But Twitter is my focus. I want you guys to go over there. If you're watching this, go follow me over there. You got 2 of 3 cards in a 3-card pool for the top of the year. Beautiful. And I'm going to pull the 3rd card and add it. As I told you on the community tab, when you find your sun, moon, and rising, click to show this thread so it can give you the entire message. Twitter is a little tricky if that's not your thing and not your jam, but Twitter has an amazing spiritual following, and I want to tap into more ways of reaching people. So some of you guys, especially my Libras, already follow me over there. Go and do that. So again, thank you for your patience, your understanding, and all of the prayers from my tribe for pulling me through. Follow me on Twitter. Watch for big things over there. Go follow me on Instagram if you're not already following me over there. My focus is going to be for this quarter, especially other social media platforms, that I have all of them, but just making sure that I tap into those followers, because I have people over there. Don't let followers and views deter you guys from looking at content. That just means that many people watch, but it doesn't diminish the quality. And my viewers know that. Okay, so we're not shallow over here on this channel. So don't let the 400 and something followers on Twitter throw you off. Because honestly, I look at the launch. I launched Twitter, I want to say back in 2013, and it's just, I never really liked the formatting, but obviously I'm growing. Okay. In closing, there's going to be some really good things coming up. I'm not going to bore you with all of those things now. You're going to see incremental changes. Some things I had promised for in 2021, but I didn't get an opportunity to launch those things because I was literally on my behind. And so I wanted to thank you guys for your patience. You're going to see this at the top of every one of these videos. Therefore, I did not have to riff and say 12 different things again to 12 different zodiacs and their followers and, their cross watchers. And last but not least, I think I cut myself off earlier. We're going to start with Libra. Why? Because the only thing that I was able to get up in the second half of the month of December 2021 was Capricorn and Taurus. It's not a conspiracy theory. I couldn't talk. Literally. It was hard to talk. There was no voice. My singing voice is still gone. No, there's nothing wrong with my throat, by the way. So I think I'm just going to take it that this was time. I've already explained that for me to just, it was time. Wipe out. So I'm going to start with Libra. Again, because Libra was the 3rd video and got cut off. I've been thinking about this, and I think that it's best for me to start in the same order that I ended. Once I'm done with all of the videos, and I will do Libra first, then I'll go back Capricorn, Taurus, and then do the rest of them. I just feel like Libra got a bad rap because they were so close to being first. So that's where I'm going to start, okay? After this, we will resume our voting. This is what I'm doing. Thank you guys, and I will see you in your video. Thank you for your prayers again and your patience. Bye, guys. Hi guys, welcome to your January 2022. This is going to be the What Aren't They Telling You Timeless Reading top of the year. Okay. First half of the month is what I call them for the beautiful sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're interested in when your zodiac sign will upload, the schedule, the remaining schedule, that includes tonight's uploads, tomorrow's, and the day after will be in the community tab, okay? The actual whole outline, the schedule. Everything that you need, again, is below Cancer. How have you guys been feeling? I know that there's been a lot going on, per se, around in your opposite energy. I know that you were devoid of your full moon energy last year in 2021. So how are you feeling? As a Cancer sun myself, I am being affected by so many other things that is dominant in my chart. It's almost as if my Cancer is just chilling, took a back seat and was like, bye, Marve. Holla. So how are you guys feeling? I am tapping strongly into all of the Venus stuff. You know, Venus is retro in a Cap. That's my moon. It also rules my Venus as well as my rising. So I got a lot of Venusian things going on right now. And it's like my crab is just taking a back seat to it all. So again, drop it like it's hot and let me know how you are feeling right now with everything else that's going on. So no clarifying, no voting this week. If you watch the intro video, I kind of took just to explain what's going on. I recorded that a couple days ago and just slapped it at the top of every video. It will be timestamped. Looks like it's about 9 minutes and 54 seconds in. I'm not going to timestamp it to exactly the cards. Don't correct my timestamps because I talk at the beginning. And the timestamp is there for my community and for me to let you know if you don't want to listen to that. But thank you for your well wishes. This is the stuff that you will miss. Thank you for your well wishes and your prayers. I missed you guys just like you missed me. That was the longest time that I had ever been off the channel. So I guess it was definitely one of those things that needed to happen. But we talked about that. Before I get into your energy right now, I just want to say that it's going to be me and you, Cancer Collective. No clarifiers, me, you, the cards, my intuition, and we're doing our real talk sessions, okay? That's what we're doing right now. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. One of the first cards that came out in their energy about what they're not telling you is, I guess they did want to marry you after all. I'm letting you know that a lot of this energy is stemming from the point of that full moon in Gemini. Full moon in Gemini, as I've stated now for about 7 times, kind of resembles that energy of a Mercury retrograde because that Mercury is coming to fullness, and some things is beautiful when it's revealed in the full moon. When you come to that realization in the full moon, it could have been that was the realization that this person came into and you still argued about it. I don't know exactly what it is. There's nothing indicating that there was an argument, but I know that there was a lot of terrible energy that was going on around Christmas, and then Mercury went into pre-retro at the very end of the month, I believe, like the 29th. So yeah, starting out with Venus retro in the top of the year, and and Mercury going into pre-retro, you just like, you know what? So I know that things have not been, lines have been skewed and things have been blurred lines. But your person is not letting you know that they saw themselves, excuse me, with you walking down the aisle, Cancer. And what's interesting is I don't know where else your reading is going to go. I know when I'm looking at us lead the reading like this, that lets me know, obviously, if they didn't tell you, then this was definitely a source of contention for either you or both of them. Marriage, what are we going to do? There was some strong marital themes, whether it be to get a divorce, but a lot of you guys to get married, okay? When we look at the second card that has revealed itself to us, we're looking at a Two of Swords. Again, a beautiful energy within that in this particular deck is that this is blended. And the major arcana that lies beneath is the Hangman. Upside down enlightenment. You're not just choosing to cut your energy off just because you feel like you can. You're being guided to pull the energy back because there's something else that must be learned, acquired. It's almost like the energy of a full moon where you in, acknowledge, and release. It's almost as if you need to continue to go through a cycle, or a cycle must happen first. There's something that needs to take place in this energy of Hangman. There is, and in that energy, you also let go. You have an emotional release. You are pausing to reflect. You're ending the struggle. You're accepting God's will. You're doing all of that. If God see fit that you guys go down the aisle together, and maybe what this person is trying to say or convey right now is that I throw my hands up. Sometimes in that surrender, much like the full moon, there is such a profound perspective that is obtained when you just throw your hands up and surrender. And that is what I see that is going on right now. Okay. We're leading with that. We're leading with this. So I know that this person is struggling. One of the things that is definitely happening, I believe this is definitely the moon in the heart. You're dealing with a complicated individual, Cancer. You're dealing with a person that is up and down and all around, and you're also dealing with a fire moon. I know this, and I apologize. This is the sun, which is not, that's not worse. So if we're dealing with a fire sun, obviously we're dealing with a Leo. But I still feel strong fire in this person's love nature. Clarity, simplicity, new life. I get the moon and the sun mixed up, you guys. Don't worry about it. But you're still dealing with a complicated individual because, as I stated, emotions don't want impulsivity sometimes. Emotions want to play out. I guess, of course, it's the nature of the person, but from what I observed, typically they want things that is so fast. Sometimes before things have been realized, and a lot of the times for the wrong reason. What is definitely revealed here, in addition, or barring aside, they're being complicated. I'll explain further as more cards are revealed to my intuition, and I can explain. Simply, this is them feeling like you make them happy, you make their heart smile. And when we're looking at this, they're afraid. They're taking a pause to reflect on this love. It's almost as if all this love is waiting on you and you make them very, very, very happy. But they screwed it up. This is the complicated part. There's something that has been going on with the communication, so I'm not wrong with that energy of the full moon. This person isn't diplomatic. This person doesn't have any filters. This person screws things up. They're complicated. It's a energy where they're brass and opinionated, and they don't have any tact. They can easily hurt your feelings, yet I feel at the same time, give me a second, Cancer. I am caring to say, yes, that they're definitely equally sensitive. We do have ending the Seven of Pentacles. This person is a hard worker. Let me take a look. Yet there's a lot of complication here. Yeah. The same energy that they talk about, they're a walking contradiction. The same thing that they give you the energy that they may not be on board with is the same thing that they hope for. This is also the star, hope, healing, and optimism. And whenever there's Aquarius energy, then we have to talk about the contradiction that's there. That's why I said that. How can you have this hope, healing, and optimism, yet you are in the energy of a Knight of Swords? You are a brash, opinionated, um, lacking tact individual who secretly wants hope, healing, and optimism, and you're optimistic about loving Cancer and wanting to marry Cancer. And in Cancer, you may be like, what? You sensed it. You sensed it. But at the same time, you understand better than anybody that you are definitely comfortable with expressing your feelings. So when you see a walking contradiction, a person that puts so much stock into withholding, a person that puts so much stock into pretending that they don't have this love and they're hiding behind words, it's all swords. It is all words. When you have that, I think what ended up happening is you began to believe it. Authoritative, blunt, overbearing, incisive, cutting, knowledgeable, opinionated, logical, and unfeeling. That's an act. What would make a person hide behind that Knight of Swords, that armor? What would make an individual walk around in this armor, always ready to fight, and had all this love brimming underneath the surface? Well, they have been deceiving you. They want to move forward with you. They always have. We have the Star. Wait. I thought that was the damn moon. Hold on, guys. The Sun. So we have the Sun and we have the moon. No, we have the Sun and we have the Star. The Sun, yeah, you are the sun, you are the rain. You're getting it. Seven of Swords is here, blended with the Chariot. When I said that this was a complicated person, they put a lot of stock in the game, in the deception. One of the things that I did point out a couple of videos ago about this deception is a lot of the times they're deceiving themselves. The self-deception of themselves, that they do to themselves, causes them to stay in a constant state of deception with you. And then I used the analogy the other day that a person that, just like that person, that analogy, anytime you are trying to justify what a person will do, well, if you can do it to your mama, I was joking about that in the other video. A person who will cuss their mom out, ladies. Well, you could talk to your mama like that. What makes you think, so use the same logic. If you could deceive yourself, what makes you think you won't deceive me? You believe that deception. So in turn, what you believe, sometimes we wake up and realize that we don't even know what the hell we got. This person don't even know what the hell they fighting for. Why are you fighting? Well, they're fighting themselves for loving you, and your love keeps prevailing. It's a self-deception that is out of your hands, lovely. So what the hell are you going to do about this? They want to move forward. They just don't want you to know. Who in the hell does this? I want you, but you don't deserve to know that I want you. Then how are we going to move forward? That's the top. The bottom indicates, the King of Swords. Also the Emperor. So it's about control. Haven't you guys had Cancers where that whole thing where, you know, you are expected to just sit back and shush and put up a glorified front, let them run it in the street and all this old garbage. That's this person. There is a old school feel from this individual. There is a, like, if this person could get away with dragging you by the hair up and down. I hate to make it masculine and feminine, but I mean, it doesn't matter whether it is playing out on the feminine side or the masculine side. The person is just old school and is back in the color purple days and feel like there is a specific role for you. You know, it feels like these archaic, outdated things where this person thinks they know. And even if they don't know, it's your job to pretend that they do know, and you don't tell them that they don't know what the hell they're talking about. That's this person. They need to be in control of the sword and have the sword in their hand and be on guard all the time. And that love doesn't reside in an energy like that. Therefore, they're lying. They're deceiving you. They don't want you to know what they secretly want. And, you know, I don't think that you have stuck around to deal with shit. I mean, you're not just like, hey, but unfortunately, when you mix air and fire like this, it is such a freaking contradiction. It needs constant validation. You can't take two steps forward without validating it. Where you going? Why? What we got to do? Will you do this? You want to know all this damn information, but slow to give it back. I am the, you insert, man or woman. You don't have to. I'm the emperor. You don't question me. It's understood that when I'm going somewhere, it's valid. It's for a valid reason. I don't owe you an explanation as to what I'm doing, but you owe me every explanation about what you're doing. Don't you love that? Whew. It's about control. And there was something that fell apart between you guys. And they would rather go and hide because they couldn't control something. When things get too vulnerable, they flip the script on you. You know, a person that will call you out on something, but in the same breath, literally the time that it took for you to say to breathe in and breathe out, will get definitely equally angry about the exact same thing. I don't necessarily want to say narcissist. What I want to say honestly is just wounded. And this is what they're not telling you. I mean, they have Hangman, they have Sun, they have the Star, and this Emperor. And the beautiful part about this Emperor, barring aside all of this crap that I'm picking up about him and his damn Flintstone ways, is that he actually is, or she is ready, and they have all of this brimming. I'm going to tell you that spirit is working on this individual, Cancer. If you're waiting on this person to come back and it sounds like your story, let's pick it up in your personal reading. The booking links is below. Art is below in the pinned comments, of course, and in the description if that's what you want to do. I'm feeling like this individual is just a matter of time before they convince themselves that you guys must be together and they must speak to you. But whatever it was that you guys fell apart about, oh, of course, in the Chariot, they definitely feel like you guys can move forward, and they're coming in to claim what is theirs. This person is really not as courageous as they make out to be. You are another energy here that has major arcanas tonight. I'm going to get Numinous Astro Deck, 2 cards that come out that give me a little bit more. All right, so North Node. For some of you guys have a North Node and it's that you're destined to be with this person. You either have North Node North Node synastry in your chart. This is your destiny, the fulfillment, learning curve, becoming. This is the path. This is what you have to do. Maybe it was meant, you guys were meant to be together, and this is just yet a block, a detour. But really it is you guys' destiny to be together. Aha, but there are some major Chiron issues. This is the wounded healer. Didn't I say wounded? Come on through tonight, then, spirit. Come on. Didn't I say that? They're wounded. Yes, yes, and yes, honey. Hunties. They are wounded. This is the wounded healer. And because that Aries emperor stuck out to me, this person obviously could have a Chiron in Aries. This person could have obviously what else do we have? That is the King of Swords. Could have a Chiron. Oh, I hope not. An Aquarius. Ugh, that would be one that would probably be very hard to deal with as well. That is the walking contradiction. But it could be any of the major arcana down here but there is some healing that needs to take place. And that is exactly what needs to go on within them in order to bring resolve to this issue with you. I want to go over in closing, Cancer, how much this person actually does love you at the same time. We lead with the fact that they have already deemed you as their wife or their husband. And they're wounded. This wounded lover is in love with you and has dreams of a future. They know that you're a part of their destiny. They're just too goddamn stubborn and want to relinquish. They're so afraid to relinquish the control and just be vulnerable and let you know. And for some of you guys, if they just kept it all the way 100 with you, you would just be looking at them like, who? But I'm gonna tell you, whenever there's any Aries energy that happens, the Aries won't say nothing. Other ones too, but like I've talked to a couple Aries moons, and I'm like, what will happen if you'll be vulnerable? If you're vulnerable, remember that episode of the Cosby Show where Vanessa is asking Cliff. Yes, I quote the Cosby Show. Get over it. I can't help it. I think they're hilarious, and I was that kid that was watching them. But anyway, and she says, "Dad, I need this money for a CD." I think it was was it a CD? I think it was CD, a Bobby Brown CD. No, that was the episode where they were fighting over the tape. Anyway, and he says, no. And she says, come on, Dad. And she's pleading. And he said, what will happen if you don't get it? And she says, I'll die. And then he says, you can't have it. And then everybody erupted in laughter. That is what it's like dealing with this individual. What will happen if you're vulnerable? What will happen if you told Cancer how you felt? Is there going to be like somebody creeping in the bushes that's going to come out and say, aha, I knew you had a heart and you love? Like where does that happen at? Who cares? You're human. But this person is very bound in that healing. They're this wounded lover. And it didn't have nothing to do with you. But I'm going to tell you that there is some North Node synastry between you guys. Before I go, typically the North Node synastry, that means that there is some synastry going on between two charts. Typically, like Cancer, you might have either your North Node is that person's moon or their Venus. Then you're going to constantly feel like the teacher and this person needs to heal. And then the Chiron is that wounded healer that comes out and manifests itself in our lives in different ways. And if this sounds like your story and you want to go further in your own personal reading, book accordingly. I do definitely in your inner planet breakdowns, especially when you do your couples, I tell you guys what your Chirons are, and just as a bonus, what your Chirons are, what your midheavens are, and what your North Node South Node is, and as it relates to your person. So that's a fun read to have. But anyway, they're miserable in their own little way. They can deal with it. You are not cut like that, Cancer. If you're unhappy and it's about your feelings. You do feelings well. You will just say what you have to say. I feel like this person is going off ego and they don't want to appear vulnerable. Maybe they're testing you to see how far or who reaches out first or whatever the game is, but I don't think they realize that you're not playing this game with them. So it's just a matter of time because that emperor also feels like it wants what it wants and it doesn't know how to be patient. It's an emperor. I mean, it's Aries energy. So it's just a matter of time before there is a conversation. And if this person does have this Aries in their chart, like I am picking up on, you could best believe that that conversation is not going to land well because now you know how an Aries is when they explode, and then once they get it off their chest, they feel better and they go back to like nothing never happened. So you breaking communication or stopping that from happening is probably definitely choking their chicken, as they say. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Certainly hope that it resonated. Drop it like it is hot in the comments. I am working on orders tonight, and we're going to keep pushing. Thank you for all of the new people that have came and is a part of my clientele. I woke up to quite a few of you. I appreciate it. I'm back. Let's go. Let's get the vocal cords warm and let's get it popping. I'm ready for you, okay? All right, guys, I got to go. Please look on the community tab for the rest of the lineup. We are down to our last 6, and we're going to be spreading them out 3 tomorrow and 3 the day after that, which looks like we should be done no later than Saturday. All right. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Consider Patreon. Consider YouTube membership. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.